Hello, sir. I'm John Anti-Cheat. I'd like to do an inspection of your vessel, make sure there's no cheaters aboard.
What'd you say?
I'm John Anti-Cheat. I'd like to check and make sure there's no cheaters on your ship. That's not the right thing. Where's my speaker? There it is. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing on this fine afternoon?
I'm doing alright.
That's good to hear. I am John
How about you?
Anti-Cheat. I'm here on behalf of Rare to make sure there's no cheaters aboard your ship. May I do an inspection?
That's amazing. Of course.
Yes, I just gotta check all the nooks and crannies and make sure there's no cheaters hiding in there. I saw a cheater inside of a Megalodon the other day. They're crafty little bastards. No stone must go unturned. Alright, well your ship appears to be cheater free. And would you happen to be a cheater?
No, sir.
That is good to hear. I'll make sure to make a report to Rare so they know you're not a cheater and you are welcome to sink my ship.
Sure?
Yes. It's a company vessel.
Thank
It's
you.
insured by Rare, so it's no loss to me. And if you ever run into any cheaters out there, just make sure to say, like a good neighbor, John Anti-Cheat is there, and I will magically appear to deal with them. We're not gonna talk about my terrible aim. That should do the trick.
Alrighty.
Well, best of luck out there.
You have a good rest of your day, sir.
You do the same, and stay safe out there.
You too.
Greetings, I'm John Anti-Cheat. May I do a ship inspection to make sure there's no cheaters aboard? Hello. How you doing on this fine afternoon?
How you doing?
I'm doing quite well. I'm John Anti-Cheat. Would you happen to be a cheater, my good sir?
No, there's
No?
several of them out there though.
That
No.
there are. Well, it's good to hear that you're not a cheater. Your ship is, filling up a bit, though.
Yeah, it happens.
Let me get you some
Happens quite
nice
often.
rotten flakes down here.
Thank you.
Oh, of course, of course. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna just do a ship inspection to make sure there's no cheaters hiding in the nooks and crannies.
Check the crow's nest.
Yes, that too. I saw a cheater inside of a Megalodon the other day. They're tricky little bastards.
Yes, they are. I like it. Wait until the next season comes out with the all the new stuff.
Yes, there will be much more cheaters to hunt down as well.
Yes, it's true.
Well, your ship appears to be cheater-free, which is what we like to see. So I'll make sure to
Awesome.
make note of this. I'll make an audit for Rare so they know that there are no cheaters aboard your vessel.
Awesome.
And you are good to go then. And if you see any cheaters, just make sure to say, like a good neighbor, John Anti-Cheat is there, and I will magically appear to deal with them.
Excellent. That is awesome.
You are welcome to sink my vessel, but I'm pretty sure it's already on its way to the depths. I think that's it over
Well,
there.
thank you.
Of course.
Yeah. Awesome. Now you got me curious. Are you really through Rare?
I am John Anti-Cheat. I'm out here on the front
Oh.
lines hunting down cheaters, one at a time.
That's awesome. 'Cause I've seen quite a few.
Yes. Make sure to report them if you run into any.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one thing to be good at cannons, but to hit the player whenever you're running on the deck, that's you know, anywhere. You go underneath and they hit you underneath. They don't even know where you are. But yeah, direct hits. It's pretty insane. I can get that. Thank you, though.
Oh, of course, of course. Can't have my good compatriot here that's not a cheater sinking on me. Alright, well you take care now. I'll be magically disappearing
Awesome.
soon.
But I appreciate it.
Farewell and Godspeed. Stay safe out there.
Thank you. You too.
Hello, sir. I'm John Anti-Cheat. I'd like to do an inspection of your vessel to make sure there's no cheaters aboard. Hello. How you doing on this fine afternoon? Riveting conversation. Well, I'm John Anti-Cheat. I'm out here on behalf of Rare checking for cheaters. So if you don't mind, I'd like to do an inspection of your vessel to make sure there's no cheaters hiding in your nooks and crannies. How does that sound? Peak communication.
Sure.
I see you
But
stare
that'll be
deeply into each other's
$10,000.
eyes. Rare will put it on my tab, don't worry. Neither of you would happen to be cheaters, would you? This man is deep in thought, pondering the question of whether he is a cheater or not.
Could a cheater do this?
Only a true pirate can drink that much grog. So that answers my question. But what about this man? Is he a cheater? Would you happen to be one who indulges in late cheats, my good sir?
I don't know. I just find it funny. No, I'm not a cheater, but I have cheated on other games.
Well, as long as you're not cheating on the seas, that's all that matters. Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna do a nice little
But
inspection
the
of your
only game
vessel.
that I really cheated on is Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 for the box.
Gotta check all these nooks
I mean,
and
I could-
crannies to make sure there's no cheaters hiding in your walls.
Yeah,
You
there's no
never
fuckers.
know.
So you're just
I'm John
casually
Anticheat.
sailing around from ship to ship, and you're just
I'm on the
inspecting
front
people's
lines
ships
out
like
here.
OSHA.
I'm hunting cheaters one at a time. You never know when those rascals are just inside your walls. I found one inside of a megalodon the other day.
Inside of a megalodon, what was he doing?
He
Just
was flying through the sky
chilling in its mouth.
and shooting people with a sniper
Well,
from the inside of a
sniper is the
megalodon.
magic wand of a typical cheater.
That it is. Well, your ship appears to be
We-
cheater free. So I'll just make an audit for Rare so that they know you and your ship does not have any cheaters. And if you happen to come across any cheaters, just make sure to say, like a good neighbor, John Anti-Cheat is there, and I will magically appear.
It's just like me. I'm your favorite. Favorite.
Don't
Friendly
mind his laugh.
neighborhood
He's like
pirate.
Amy Vax Donald Duck.
Yes, he's a little goblin. Got a gobby laugh.
Yeah. I'm just your favorite neighborhood pirate. I deliver loot to people. Asking, hey, you want free
Well,
loot?
Deliver loot
Did they
from
just
their
say-
ship, of course, as pirates do, onto your own ship.
No, I just give out my loot to their ship.
Nah,
Like, here, have a free gift.
so you're more like a Robin Hood. Take from the rich, give to the poor.
Yeah.
Well, my work here is done. I'm gonna go head to that burning blade and then make sure there's no cheaters on that vessel. So best of
Would
luck
you like
out
some
there.
company? We got you.
If you'd
Do you-
like to
are
help
you,
man the ship,
hiring
you're welcome to.
internships?
Greetings, I'm John Anticheat. I'd like to do an inspection of your vessel to make sure there's no cheaters on board, if you don't mind. Hello there. Swinging around here. Ugh. There we go. No need for violence, sir. I'm just here to do a ship inspection. Hello. I'm John Anticheat. Am I doing an inspection of your vessel, sir? Gotta make sure there's no cheaters on board. No need for that, sir. No need for that. Sir. Sir. I'm trying to inspect your vessel. It's not very nice. Sir. I'm John Anticheat. Sir. I need to inspect your vessel. I'm John Anticheat. If you don't mind, sir, I'm John Anticheat. I'm here on behalf of Rare, checking the seas for cheaters. Just to make sure there's no cheaters on your vessel or any other vessel. I'm out here keeping the seas safe. So I mean you no harm. You're welcome to sink my vessel. I just would like to do an inspection. For your safety and, you know, the safety of everyone else, of course. Gotta keep them cheaters out. May I inspect your vessel, sir? I have little time anyways, since my ship is now sunk. Would you happen to be a cheater? You know, just for the records. Thank you for the 15 bits, Chrissy. I don't know why my screen is black. I think that's just a visual glitch. Well, best of luck out there. I will now magically disappear. Is my screen fine, Chrissy? On OBS it shows a black side faced off. Greetings, I'm John Antichi. I'd like to do an inspection of your vessel to make sure there's no cheaters on board. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to inspect your vessel if you do not mind. I'm John Antichi. How you doing on this fine afternoon? You having a good one? Excellent shots, sir. Excellent shots, I must say. I'll be taking some notes if you don't mind. Well, while you do that, sir, I'm gonna inspect your vessel to make sure there's no cheaters in the, nooks and crannies. You never know when there's a cheater just hiding in your nooks and crannies. I saw a cheater inside of a Megalodon the other day. Sir, there's no need for violence. I'm trying to inspect your vessel to make sure there's no cheaters on board. Would you happen to be a cheater, sir? Sir, there's no need for violence. To watch me hunt cheaters live, follow me on twitch.tv/bugsensei.